Hear that? The apiary is abuzz today. It's such a soothing sound to me. We've had so much cold weather lately. That north wind has been blowing for over a week. Now we're into a slight southerly flow. Today's high is, I don't even know what today's high is going to be. 16 maybe. 16C. That's a nice warm day. It's a cool summer day, but it's a nice warm spring day. There's a lot of work to be done out here. Bees are progressing really well. You see, I have some boosting going on here. Let's see. There's the boosting here and there. So those I just put on. It was Friday. This one way over in the end there. I think that's it there. That I can look in today. That's been 10 days. And in my experience, 10 days can make a difference with those. So I have some of these here. These are 6 frames. There's empty 10 frame equipment behind them. So same thing right here. 10 frame equipment here, 6 frame nucs. They're growing up really nicely. They need to go in 10 frames. So I'll show you when I do that. Everything is going to be given patties if they want it. You can't see my minis from here, they're over behind me. I'm gonna rehome my minis into some queenless splits, get them into a larger colony, get them producing. So the mini experiment over winter went really well. I'm thrilled to have fresh queens early May. Fresh enough. So I hope to do that a lot more this year, get many more of them into the wintering building this year. Yeah, so there's lots going on. Of course, there's always cleanup to all this polystyrene stuff sitting around. That's 6 frames nucs that I've been transferring into 10 frame boxes over the last number of days when I can get out here to work. So my only limitation, I think today, I won't run out of work. My limitation is going to be how long can I work? It gets to be a long day. It gets really tiring. Working that many colonies, one person. I'm not that young and I'm not really built for it. But we'll get at it and have some fun here. I'm really looking forward to this. I feel like a kid in a candy store. So I think I'll start the day with transferring some of these 6s back into the 10s. And my method here is I've set this 10 frame equipment behind the 6s. So the entrance on the 6s is over on this end. So the bees are oriented to that side of the box. And then when I take those frames out, move them back into this equipment, take that box away, it won't be long before they just sense their hive is there, and they will have no problem. And then I can move that up here a little bit just to, so there's not quite so much wasted space here in the apiary. Apiary is getting kind of full these days. It's nice to see. It's a really nice problem to have. So I'm going to go ahead and get these moving. I'll do that one over there first since I'm in the shadow. So as you can see, I've outfitted these previously with some frames. I've got a frame that's got a little bit of feed in it there. I've got a brand new story frame here. And then I have a mostly open frame so she can lay right away. And then I have a mostly feed frame on the end. This hole is getting bigger. I think I got a mouse chewing on that in the barn or in the building. It's called a moderation hole. That's called a moderation hole because if you get too carried away and you get too rough with the bees, then they start to tune you in and tell you to slow down. That's what the shorts are all about too. They get the chance to have their say about how things are going. Okay, so hopefully I haven't seen in them in a long time. So hopefully they're really growing up real nice. Let's have a look. And this one I would not say is. So I might delay moving this one, because we've only really got 2 to 3 frames seams of bees here. So I might do something else with that. I might do a boost or something. So I'll just stick this back together for now. I'll just take a look at this one. This one is a little better off. I think they'll be okay. The weather is going to be warmer for the next while. So we'll go ahead and transfer that today. Take a couple frames out, give myself space. In the first frame in a hive that you haven't been in a while, as always, it's my least favorite part, because it's difficult to do. End up mashing bees if you're not careful. You get mashed bees when you are careful. Okay, so they're storing some feed in that. That's good. I'll get some of these nubs off of here. That's what mashes bees, those things. Slide frames in and out. Now, transferring, I don't have to do 1 frame at a time. I can do at least 2. If you're careful, you can do 3. However, I do want to have a look at this, see how this is progressing. So she's got a little nest going there. There's open brood of all stages. There's eggs. Yeah, so she's laying up now. She was waiting for warmer weather, and she's got that now. Yesterday wasn't as warm, but it was still a lot nicer than it has been. I think it was 12 or 14 degrees here yesterday. And again, a really nice brood pattern here. And all stages of larvae and eggs. If I see the queen, I mark her. If she's not already marked, makes her easier to find later on. Of course, these 6s are all 2020 queens. They're my 2020 splits. There she is right there. And she's not marked. I'll gently pick her up in that. This way. Okay, Queenie, flip over. She's not the biggest queen. She's not bad, but she's not the biggest queen ever. There she is, marked, and I'll just let her sit in there while I finish the transfer. I'll do this tough guy style, no gloves. Nukes are nice for managing with no gloves. Mating nukes sometimes you can manage without even a veil. I'm just getting into that. I'm not as comfortable with no protection, but starting to do that more. Okay, let's do another one of these. We'll check into it. This has a 4 on it, so I expect this to be much stronger. Oh my goodness. And how? Wow. That's remarkable. I'll have to check this for swarm cells. Okay. These 6-frame nukes, I love these. They build up so well. They're definitely my favorite platform for nukes. In this tough guy style. No gloves. There's going to be 6 frames of brood in here. That's insane. I'm not going to shake the bees off, but I hope you can see that. This colony might need a double. They are very, very chill. No swarm cells yet. Lots of drone cells though. Wow. That's remarkable. I should have been on this one. I kind of knew it was strong. Just cold weather, you can't really work them very much. That's another solid frame of brood. Oh my goodness. Both sides. Incredible. No swarm cells. Good. And another slab. Good heavens. And that is a frame of brood and some pollen. And there's the queen right in the middle. I don't know if I can catch her. She's not marked, so I'll give it a go. think she's in there. Sorry if you can't quite see it. I can't see the screen in the bright light. You might be able to see that. There we go. So I'll leave her out for the duration of the transfer. Okay. I move that over. I'm going to put this empty right in the middle. I know Ian's going to give me heck for that, but and now there's a whack of bees in this box. Wondering where home is. Home is right there, that's where. And they'll march right in there. Wow, that's remarkable. I might be able to boost that other nuke over top of this one. Put a patty in here. And we'll put a queen in here. Oh, I so often forget that. There she goes, down the hole. And we'll mark this. I didn't knock the bees off this lid. Look what we got here. It's just covered in bees. So I'll just knock them off in the front here onto this old bottom board, and they will march right in. This one says 3. So this one's doing just fine. It's not nearly as strong. Not anywhere near as strong. A nice little brood pattern going there. There's the queen, and she's not marked either. But they move fast when you take your eyes off them. Brood nest goes right to that outside frame, the inside of the outside frame, mind you. patty, and we'll add a freshly marked queen. There she goes, into her new home. So I'm going to call that a 3. This is 2 here, so this one might not be ready. And that is definitely not ready. I'll give him a little piece of patty though. I'll give him half a pound or so. And now this one says 4. It might be a different story. Definitely is a different story. They definitely wanted to build drones, so it's kind of a good sign. They're feeling good. They have excess. So they'll be happy with that drone frame as soon as they find it. No swarm prepped yet. All right. This one says 4. Glued down tight, so oh yeah. Okay, that's feed frame essentially. Oh, stung me in the back of the leg. I can go more than one frame at a time, but I really haven't seen in these yet this year, and I really want to make sure we don't have any swarm preps going on. It's a very unusual year. It's pretty early for that, but it's pretty early for a lot of things this year. The weather has been cold a lot, but it's still an early season, which is weird, but that's the way it is. These hives on the ground are so low. I like my stands much better. This queen I'm not seeing, not yet. Okay, this one's marked 3. Yeah, looks pretty good. Try sitting down. I don't know if I can do this sitting down, but I don't know if I can do it standing up any longer. Just it's so low for the back. Okay, come on. This queen is kind of taking her time. She may just not have enough bees in the cooler weather. She's definitely laying. She's got a good amount of open brood, but she's no superstar at this point. I see my queen. Yes, there she is. Blue dot. Really sure what she's doing over here because there's no eggs over here. I'll try to slip that right in there and protect her. Then we'll slide these over. Come on. Go fan elsewhere. You guys go elsewhere. That's all of the nukes transferred that deserve it. Let's go take a look at this. I can't even see the screen. Over here, there's a boost over there that I think might have benefited already. So we'll have a look at that. Okay, once again, this colony is a boost, or sometimes people call a salvage. And what it is it was a small colony. They looked like they were healthy. They looked like they, had potential. She just didn't have enough bees to support a very heavy laying pattern. So what I did, this was 10 days ago. This was May 1st. Today is May 11th. I took this strong colony on the bottom. I put a layer of newspaper and a queen excluder on top of the newspaper. So immediately the small colony would benefit from the heat generated from the bottom, and then in a number of days the bees on the bottom would chew through that paper and begin to come up and support the brood that's being laid here. So we can start to do math that we know that after egg lay, it's about day 8 that they cap brood. So we can look in here, see if there's any cap brood, because there wasn't very much when I did this. There was very small brood nest going on. So we see if there's cap brood, we see if there's eggs, we see if there's larvae. Check this out. And look at this, 10 days. This was almost a write-off, this colony. Now, to me, initially, this doesn't look quite right. These bees are kind of everywhere. They almost seem like they don't belong in here, meaning robbers. So there is a possibility that the bottom colony came up here and killed that queen, and now they're just sort of pillaging. So we'll see. We'll see if that suspicion is founded or not. And see this, they haven't really touched this very much. That's also a negative sign. If they were brooding heavily, they'd be right into this patty. All right, let's take a deep dive. It's kind of heavy. There's a lot of feed in there. And same thing. So this is story frame, and it's heavy. It's just got feed. There's really nothing else there. So that's the same story. Nothing in there. Nothing in there, just some feed. I picked 10 days because last summer I did this, and it was 10 days, and the colony had just completely exploded. It was just beautiful. Right full of bees, right full of brood. I can see the paper has been well chewed away under there. There's really nothing in those combs. There's the queen. Blue queen there. She's laying. I can see milk brood, I can see eggs. So this has had an effect, I believe. Not dramatic, but definitely measurable. Leave them a few more days. I should check the bottom though. Make sure they're not getting any ideas down there, because they're down there because they're a strong colony. So I'll put this back together, lift it off. I get a reminder how much I don't like doubles when I do this. I don't like doubles. Doubles are a lot of bloody work. Hopefully they don't mind. Yeah, I want to have a look down here. What's going on? Don't mind discarding the paper. It's organic. It's going to get wet, deteriorate into the soil. Okay. I could tip this up, look at the bottom, but I'd like to have a look at the frames. The wrong way around to the sun. She's definitely laying very well all the way out to here. Story frame is well laid, not completely, but very well. Not the most crisp pattern that I've ever seen. I think they've had a lot of false starts with this weather. They start laying, warm day they start laying, and then the next day it gets cold and they pull right back. And I think there's probably a lot of cannibalization going on.